there, freaks and geeks. Welcome to another episode of Geek Out for a Minute. We are coming at you here from Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm your host, Rocky Deadeye Amories, and today we're going to go over Venom. Let there be carnage. Let's cue that music. Alright, so Venom, Let There Be Carnage. This is going to be released in September 24th. Now, look, you guys already saw me doing a reaction to the first Venom video. If you haven't, you can go ahead and check it out. But, you can still watch this one. This trailer is going to be better. Now, this is the second trailer, obviously. And you know what? I do apologize, but I've already seen the video. And what I had was some of my equipment failed. So I had to replace it. Hence, you see the little fuzzy thing right here. And that's another microphone that I have. But now, hopefully, that problem is solved. Okay? And so I just want to let you know. Also, what I'm going to be doing is a little bit different than what I've done before. Is I'm going to be doing like a stop and go, stop and go, stop and go on the video. I do apologize if this is the first time you're watching it. And the reason I'm doing that is because a lot of these studios, what they've been doing is that they've been giving me copyright strikes. And even though it's fair use, right? Like there's a claim that's already gone through where there's fair use, where you can actually like watch a video, review it, and it should be good to go. But you know what? They still do that. They basically what they try to do, these companies, and I'm talking about the studios. We're talking about like Paramount. I had a massive fight with Paramount about this. They probably don't even recognize me, But it's just that I was fighting over the copyright strike with them. And then every time this copyright strike happens, it'll happen with like Disney, it'll happen with DC. Not all studios do it, and not for all movies for some reason, right? But they do it, and you know what? This just doesn't fly with me, man. It really doesn't. And I think that a lot of these companies don't understand the symbiotic relationship, right? That YouTubers reviewing and also like their content happens when you do that, and they're just kind of like breaking it. They're destroying that. But, I'll make a video on that later on. Anyways, I'm going to move forward. So, anyways, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Dude, I'm super excited for this. Massively excited. I was already excited the first time, right? And the release date for this is going to be September 24th. That's 2 months away. 2 months away. That's really not that far. So, and we already got movies coming in August. We got Suicide Squad coming. So this is going to be a crazy next 2 months. A lot of these studios, what they're doing is that they're cramming all these movies in the next couple of months for this year. Now that, well, COVID came down, now it came back, but you get what I'm saying, right? Now, here's something that's interesting to me, okay? Because when you look at IMDb, it says story by Tom Hardy, okay? And the reason why that's interesting to me, that tells me that this guy reads the comics. He's very aware of the characters, right? So if he gave the storyline just kind of like a brief story, like, hey, we should do a story like this, probably Let There Be Carnage. He probably said even Maximum Carnage, right? And then the writer, Callie Marcel, she actually did the first script for the first Venom, so that's really cool. Now, one of the other things that we're getting, though, is Andy Serkis, all right? I'm sorry about that. Is Andy Serkis, and Andy Serkis is, he's one of, like, the major motion capture guys, he played Caesar and Planet of the Apes. He played Gollum, and he played Snoke in the newer Star Wars movies. And so this guy's like, this is the go-to guy for motion capture. Everybody knows who he is. He's kind of like legendary when it comes to motion capture, but he's also really good. He played Ulysses Claw in the Black Panther movie and in Age of Ultron. And again, he was really good, man. I really enjoyed seeing him, even like out of the motion capture suit, right? So he's gonna be directing this, right? So obviously, what he's doing, I mean, it looks like it's gonna be fucking amazing. Okay, so now let's go into the cast. So you got Tom Hardy coming back as Eddie Brock, of course, Venom. You got Michelle Williams playing Anne Weying, reprising her role again. Woody Harrelson, who plays Cletus Kasady, which is Carnage. You got Stephen Graham playing Detective Mulligan. Naomie Harris, who is playing Shriek. Dr. Dan Lewis, well, I mean, that's the character, actually. But the actor's name is Reid Scott. So if you don't remember, in the first movie, he is the love interest of Michelle Williams' character. Okay? And the rest of the characters, the rest of the people here, I mean, they're kind of like, mugging victim, sedan driver. So I'm not going to go into that. Sorry, guys, but I'm mainly going to the main cast strictly for time. All right. Now, let's go into this. Now, let's get into the trailer reaction now. And again, I'm just giving you a fair warning. I'm going to be doing a stop and go. All right. All right. And here we go.
Lady, we should be out there snacking on bad guys. I am a predator. I need to be free.
You have got to get control of your aggression, or you will get hauled off into Area 51.
All right, so this is interesting here because it seems to me like they're having a conflict of interest, right? So that's going to be obviously Venom wants to eat people, eat brains, whatever, and and then of course Tom Hardy doesn't. However, he's already well aware that he has to kill bad guys. That was established from the beginning. So he's probably doing a neglection thing and all this stuff, right? Now, right here, they're about to show Shriek. So let's kind of go into there. And it's funny that he says they'll dock you up in Area 51. And that is true. There's no way that they're not going to weaponize that, There's no way they're not going to weaponize a Venom. But, again, I digress. All right. So let's go into this asylum here. All right, so that is probably Shriek right there. So my understanding that Shriek got her powers through the symbiote. So just her screaming like that, I don't understand why they have that. Let me kind of just take a quick look here. Sorry, Shriek, Marvel. There it goes. Let's see the character images. Oh, okay. So it looks like she ends up getting one, but she already had the Shriek powers, I guess. Okay, so I was wrong. I just remember reading a comic book where they had Shriek and they had all these other Venoms. Not Venoms, but, the symbiote suits on other people. So, yeah, I mean, it seems just kind of bizarre. Anyways, let's go back to reaction here.
You live in my body. You live by my rules.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. Please let me fix it so I can bring it again. You are a loser.
Okay. Now, again, I want to emphasize here. So they're going back to what he did before where they were talking about how he's a loser, right? But when Venom starts outgrowing you, that's an issue, right? Like, it's like, what the hell? So that's looking pretty cool. Okay, so let's go back into the video here.
Eddie Brock, I want to give you my story. People love serial killers.
All right, so this part here is interesting because he is not wrong. People love the serial killers. And you know what? There's a lot of times that you will see writers that will reach out to serial killers and say, hey, let me tell your story. Either that or vice versa. This is kind of a common thing that happens. So I thought it was really cool that Marvel or Fox basically, because this is probably stuff that was in the works with Fox before they got acquired by Disney. But no, actually, wait, this is Sony. Never mind. Sorry, Sony. Let me regress that. So I thought it was really interesting that Sony would experiment with that. Like, hey, let's get into the serial killer thing. So I wonder if they're gonna do like because when you look at Cletus Kasady, there's certain moments that are very like a bizarre point of view, but you wouldn't say that's a clinical serial killer thing, right? But again, I digress on this, and I know, but this is just very interesting that they're telling the story. He wants him to tell him the story, right? All right, let's go back.
Cletus, why me? What's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine. I have tasted blood before, and that is I have tasted blood.
That kind of interrupted that.
And what's yours is mine. I have tasted blood before, and that is not it.
Okay, so this is interesting here, because what they're doing is that he bit him, right? And he's talking about the blood. He's like, the blood tastes messed up, right? So it's probably because he's got the venom blood in him too. You gotta understand they're symbiotic. They're like both together. So after looking at this, one of the things that interested me is that in the comic, they're both incarcerated together. So the thing is that Cletus Kasady is just a serial killer, and then what's happening is that they're both incarcerated, and it's just Eddie Brock. Like, they took Venom away from him, right? But the Venom suit escapes and finds him and breaks him out of prison. So Cletus Kasady has a cut on his arm, and then the Venom symbiote just lands on that cut, and that's how he becomes Venom. But on this one, they're doing it a little bit different, because it looks now like he's infected, right? So let's go back into what's going on here.
All I ever wanted in this world is carnage.
Yeah, look. Just tongue deep-throated that guy.
I'm not a crazy man. I am a vengeful one.
Oh, shit!
Whoa, where you going?
That is a runway!
You need to come out.
Okay, he says that is a runway. I think he says runway. Now, if you guys know what that means, let me know in the comments below. Because that's like, I would have to follow like more of the Venom comics, from what I read. But yeah, but I think it has to do something with what he called it, the other symbiote in the first movie, where he said he called him a something, and he said he's a team leader, right? And I don't know if certain symbiotes are born team leaders or born soldiers or whatever, and but I don't know if you remember that, him saying that it was going to be like a guy that has a big arsenal, right? So I think that's what he's talking about, him. But again, let's go back into it, right?
Now, I will let you eat everybody!
Promise!
I promise!
Oh, yeah!
Betty, you feel like home to me. Like family.
Oh, wow!
You could just say I'm happy for you.
That was going to be us!
I am happy for you.
No!
God, I'm so sorry.
Not sorry!
Just cracked me
You
up.
need some serious couples counseling.
All right, man. So, yeah. So, anyways, After seeing this, again, this is like really cool. I've been super excited for this. And let me go back in here. Sorry. Massively excited for this, so I can't wait. When it comes to this, there's a lot of stuff going on in there that I'm really enjoying. Again, they're showing all the weaponry. Now, if you watch the comics, now from what I remember, the comics is that nobody had the blades and all that stuff but Carnage. Carnage was the only one that had that stuff. That's what separated him from Venom. Now, there was also, of course, where they had the Shriek with the symbiote, and they had all these other ones, these other a group of people with the symbiote suits hunting Venom. And I think it's when he went solo. I mean, again, you have to remind me. I read this years ago. I don't know if, obviously they're not going to play that here, but for some reason you have Shriek. And you know what? They haven't shown anything about Shriek. Like, they just show her screaming in a cell, screaming in a car. Like, honestly, I don't know why she's in there. But hopefully, I mean, again, this is just a trailer. Maybe we watch the movie and then she's going to be badass. I don't know. Anyways, guys, what did you guys think of the movie? That's the movie. What did you guys think of the trailer? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? And don't forget to click on that bell. That way you get notified every time we put something up. Other than that, guys, look, share, discuss, subscribe, and don't forget to spread the word. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.